Yo, Flow 2, is It Chapter 2 as good as the first movie? I watched it, so let's talk and note, there will be spoilers. Hey people, it's Mikey 6. Thanks for tuning into my 8th video. It's September 5th, 2019, and It Chapter 2 hits theaters today. Labor Day supposedly marks the end of summer, but it's 88 degrees in Hollywood, so I'm sure people will also be going to the theater to get out of the heat. And of course, also because they want to see this particular movie. I just watched it. I went to the first showing in my area. Note, there will be spoilers in this video because we keep it real on my channel. And no disrespect to other YouTubers, but I think hearing in this scene something happens makes it hard to understand why the person thinks what they do when they don't know what actually is happening to the movie. It's like getting a present, describing what it is, but trying to keep the wrapping paper intact. Also, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, leave a comment, and follow me on Instagram, Mikey6. 6 things I liked about It Chapter 2. Number 1. It was cool seeing their characters interwoven of older and younger. All the child actors from the first movie returned for the second movie. And considering that the movie made $700 million at the theatrical box office, it's good they got the entire cast back. And seeing their characters in adulthood like Bill, portrayed by James McAvoy, and Beverly, portrayed by Jessica Chastain, was great. They did embody the characters 27 years later, which is the amount of time that should have elapsed between the first 2 movies, and in reality it's only been 2 years. Number 2. I really like the tone of the movie. It's more suspense, and yes, there are jump scares, but it's more character driven and not as bloody. This definitely isn't a Saw movie from Lionsgate, and at times it feels more like a psychological thriller. I got vibes like Silence of the Lamb and Seven. Number 3. Okay, spoiler alert. I like the Stephen King cameo. He plays a pawn shop owner who's fan of Bill, James McAvoy's character. It's cool to see the author of the book play someone who's a fan of an author. Number 4. Ben was the fat kid, as he's called in the movie, who grows up to be hot. Shout out to Jay Ryan, who's an Aussie actor that I haven't previously heard of, but he did a great job in this role and it's easy on the eyes too. Hashtag body goals. Number 5. Another spoiler. I really like the scene at the carnival in the House of Mirrors. I'm not going to give too much of it away, but Bill, played by James McAvoy, is trying to help a kid in the House of Mirrors, and Pennywise the dancing clown appears. I won't tell you exactly what happens, but the overall vibe was that the Jordan Peele movie Us, and reminded me of the HBO show Euphoria. Number 6. I like that the characters feel dimensional. Something happens that's very traumatic for Richie, played by Bill Hader. And I'm not going to say what it is, but he gets to show something that other than jokes and humor. Spoiler, the movie strongly suggests that he's gay. They show him in a video arcade as a kid and he's semi-crushing another guy. It also explains why he never got married, although same-sex couple can marry. And it also explains why his gay doing stand-up starts with, "My girlfriend caught me." He has no girlfriend or romantic relationship with a female. So we talked about 6 things that were good, and there were more than 6 things I could have said. But I try to keep it quick and also not give too much of it away. But all good things have some not so good things. So here are 6 things I didn't like so much. And warning, there will be spoilers. Number 1. First things I didn't like. The beginning of the movie is the hate crime of a gay couple. It's unfortunate when this happens in real life. I do believe that people should be free to love whomever they want. And one of the things about this scene I didn't like, in addition to the obvious, which is the violence, is that it plays into stereotypes about small towns being less tolerant. During this scene, the couple even says, whether it's Derry or New York, playing into the stereotype that there is something bad about living in a small town. Shout out to you, wherever you are, because I don't think people should be disrespected because of geographic location. Yes, I'm from a big city, LA, and I thought that scene could have been handled differently. Number 2, we don't see Pennywise enough in the current day. The movie is 2 hours and 40 minutes long, so balancing the overall length of the movie, the filmmakers keep this focus on the losers. I get that, and I'm not one to want the movie to be even longer, but because of the runtime, the filmmakers couldn't show that Pennywise was doing as much in the current day, so we only see him doing things to 2 kids, which doesn't make the stakes seem that big. We see newspaper headlines about bad things happening, but we don't see it, and I would have liked to. Number 3. Spoiler alert, some of the scares didn't pay off. You saw the trailer of Jessica Chastain and the old lady in what was her childhood home, but the scene doesn't go anywhere. They have tea, they have a surreal moment where the lady chases her, and Jessica confronts Pennywise, and then she's outside and all is fine. Number 4, of course, this is a movie, but some things didn't seem real. Shout out to CinemaSins. Do you watch their YouTube channel? They're so good, and in no way is my channel like that. But I did catch some things that didn't make sense. For example, there's a scene where James McAvoy is walking down the street and all the 3 cars are Hyundai. When are you on the street and all the cars are the same manufacturer? And especially in a small town. Will they all be Hyundais? Also, the entire time James McAvoy is at the carnival, his bike is sitting at the entrance and no one takes it, moves it, etc. It's exactly where he left it with dozens of people around. It felt like those things weren't realistic. 5th point, Henry Bowers is the bad kid from the first movie, and the character has been institutionalized his entire time. He's back terrorizing the kids, and I'm not going to give away everything he does, but it was too much. And I think if they had kept the movie focused on the cast and the clown, it would have been much better. Adding to the mortal enemy of the little person was too much. Number 6, spoiler alert. My 6th point about things I didn't like, and again, spoiler, I didn't like the confrontation climax between the losers and Pennywise. I think the clown as a clown works, but when he transformed into that spider, it was weird, and then they shrunk in him. That was anticlimactic. It almost feels like the ending was too small, felt like it was from a different and lower budget movie, like something you see on Netflix. Final thoughts. Do I recommend this movie? Yes, go see it in theaters. It's a good movie in and of itself, and unlike most sequels, it ties into the first movie. True, I did name 6 things that I didn't like, but any movie has things that may not be your favorite moments, and that doesn't mean the movie as a whole isn't good. It definitely is, and I saw it in IMAX, and if you have the opportunity to do that, I think it's worth it, because the bigger size of the screen lends itself well to some of the bigger thrills and set pieces. Thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you want me to talk about. You can interact with me on this video or follow me on Instagram, MikeD6. Be about it.